Hey everybody, it's Jackson. What's up? And
I'm wearing SpongeBob pajamas. It's really cool.
Okay, so this is gonna be my review of The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, the reason why I'm not gonna do it, Movie Maniac, because I'm not gonna do the review of Movie Maniac way, because I'm not gonna rant or yell at people's ears and stuff. But so yeah, I just decided if I want to review it myself. Now, lots of people I know just wants to ask me that what do I think of the movie, just because I've been waiting all year for it. I've been, talking about it all year, and it's finally here. So, what do I think of it? Well, let's begin our journey. So, it actually first... warning. This is a spoiler alert, okay? I mean, I don't think I'm not going to make another video, a review of Dark Knight Rises without spoiling, but I just really wanted to just do this, just spoil sometimes, maybe just because that there are some certain scenes I wanted to talk about and stuff. So yeah, let's get started. It first started when Harry Potter 7 Part 2 came out, and I saw the first teaser trailer, and it was really unexpected. I didn't know it would really happen. I mean, first you see like Commissioner Gordon in a hospital bed, then you see like Bane and this poorly CG graphic buildings like tumbling into a bat signal, which that is really cool. But yeah, so that's how I got obsessively excited, and I've been so excited. Like, I even once went to see the IMAX prologue. Then I saw the Avengers, and then I saw the third trailer there. It was really cool. But then I finally saw the movie. What did I think of it? Well, basically, here's the plot. It's basically, it's been 8 years since Batman has been wanted, and 8 years since after Dent's crimes, and Batman and Commissioner Gordon has been hiding that for years, and Batman's been lying to Gotham that he was the one who killed Harvey Dent and the other guys that Two-Face killed. But then here comes this villain, Bane, which he comes into Gotham City and then destroys it. So Batman comes back and stops him. But here's the thing: the reason why this movie is not, this movie isn't just called Dark Knight Rises just because that he comes back after he was wanted. He actually comes back when he was wounded. Here's the thing. Catwoman led Batman to a trap, so Batman tried to defeat Bane, but Bane defeated Batman and broke his back, and he puts him in this prison for 6 months, and his back was broken, and he couldn't heal it, but the only way to heal it was this rope thing to hang on to us, and so that way, for I don't know, a few weeks or a month later, that his back will regenerate and feel better. But yeah, it does. So he starts training, and then he tries to escape out of the hole, like with the story about the child. Like, they said it's some kind of the prisoners told Bruce the story about a child that escaped from the prison. He thought it was Bane. Bruce Wayne thought it was Bane that was the child that escaped. It's basically about like this kid who was thought to be Bane. Eventually this kid escaped out of prison by climbing up this hole. and escapes. But yeah, and escapes. So, but we'll get to that later. Then Bruce Wayne finally rises up and then escapes out of the prison, which that's kind of basically why it's called The Dark Knight Rises, because he has to learn the will, train harder, and he has to rise and stop hiding and keep training harder to get through. But then in the end, we get the big climax where Batman finally confronts Bane, he defeats Bane, and then like there's all these cops and Bane's thug is like, you know, just running down the streets, and then bam, just like that. It was like a big war, and it was so cool. And then we got this twist plot, which basically it's from this lady named Miranda Tate. But before Batman got his back broken, Miranda Tate was Bruce Wayne's co-worker from Wayne Enterprises, and she was left in charge of this thing that could make the nuclear bomb that Bane had. But you know, Bane was actually planning to blow up Gotham City, so it was gonna blow up any minute. But actually, he wasn't the mastermind of the whole plan. Miranda Tate was, but she explained that she was the child that escaped, not Bane. Bane was her protector. You know, it was really interesting. And guess what? Not just only she's Miranda Tate, she's also Talia al Ghul. You know, I used to heard that the news that Miranda Tate is not Talia al Ghul. Well, guess what? BatmanNews.com. You're such a liar. But anyways, but yeah, she was basically all mastermind. But then you get another big climax of Batman and his bat plane, and then just blowing up stuff. But then when he finally defeats Talia al Ghul, he has to take this bomb to the Gotham Bay, which that's clearly the ocean. He could have just cut the lines or something to drop the nuclear bombs right at the ocean, but he decided to nuke it out, which he exploded. You know, originally, I'll just explain it again later. But don't worry, Batman's not dead. Well, there's a scene in from Wayne Enterprises where Lucius Fox finds that there's this bat, the bat plane, has been repaired, and the autopilot's been repaired, and it was from Bruce Wayne. So he must have survived. And then there was another one where Commissioner Gordon was up on his roof, and then, do you remember how the Dark Knight, where he uses an axe and then swings it and then breaks the bat signal? Well, in this one, it's been literally never been repaired yet. But then finally it's been repaired, and Commissioner Gordon knew that he will be back. Then also, there's the scene where Alfred's at Paris, and then he sees Bruce Wayne dating Selena Kyle, and just gives him a head nod, which it was really cool. But yeah. So, yeah. What do I think of it? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. John Blake is going to be the new Robin, which is said. But, you know, I thought that was cool. So, what do I think of it? I liked it. It was great. I loved it very much. It was like, I don't know, the greatest superhero movies in the whole world.
You've given them everything.
You know, well, I mean, not just the story and the plot was really good. I also really liked the characters. Like, you know, Bruce Wayne, Batman. Like, you know, Bruce Wayne has been acting like Batman the whole movie, and I really like that, other than just the drunk billionaire Bruce Wayne. I mean, I like it how he acts like Batman the whole movie. But, you know, this movie, it is basically more... It's basically more about Bruce Wayne, but sometimes there's a nitpick where there's less Batman, so that could be a little bit of a nitpick, but that's fine. I mean, The Dark Knight, it had very little, it had less Batman, And then same thing with Batman Begins. Kind of less Batman. Kind of less Batman, but more Bruce Wayne. Yeah, but it's been like that the whole Christopher Nolan movies, Batman movies. But you know, he was really good. But you know, Christian Bale with his performance, he done really good. Michael Caine as Alfred, he was very emotional. Like, I really like the scene where like he tells the truth to Bruce Wayne that he burned a letter from Rachel Dawes where she says she was going to marry Harvey Dent, and Bruce Wayne was really upset that he was really upset that Alfred didn't tell him about it.
Heard enough members of the Wayne family.
So, but yeah, but then he literally kicked Alfred out, which that was really sad. They started crying and they started saying goodbye to each other. It was really sad. But you know, it's kind of, and also there's kind of a little bit less Alfred in this movie. But, you know, he's still great. I mean, I just love his emotional acting. It's really great. And, Gary Oldman, as usual, he's really good. And then, Morgan Freeman, like always, the best. Even Evan Almighty, which, oh gosh, I really hate that movie. But, you know, when Morgan Freeman's in that movie, he just makes my day. So, yeah. And then the villain, Bane, played by Tom Hardy, he was really cool. I really liked the villain. He was really good. But, you know, most people has been asking other people questions like, you know, who's better, Heath Ledger or Tom Hardy? So, you know, I've been asking that. I mean, you know, I was just wondering, I mean, you know, it's not the same. I mean, you know, why comparing them? They're not really the same. They don't play as the same role or anything. But I think what they're trying to ask is probably who is the best. I mean, is he like is he like best, like is Tom Hardy better than Heath Ledger that he will get like an Academy Award or something? Well, actually, on my opinion, I think Heath Ledger, the Joker, is still better than Tom Hardy. But Tom Hardy is really great. Is still really great. I love this performance. I mean, you know, what I really love is his eyes and his expressions. I mean, when he has that mask on, you don't see the mouth and nose, but you see his eyes and expressions, you know. It just makes you feel like some kind of a presence going on. And he just comes up to you and goes like, yeah. And that's just really cool. And then, but you know, there was a little bit of a nitpick of it, was probably when his voice is really annoying. I mean, I couldn't understand it really well. I mean, I don't like the sound effect that they put on with his voice, which it sounds like a gas mask. But you know, like in IMAX Prologue, when I went and saw Mission Impossible 4, and then you know, I was trying to understand his voice, but all in the movie, all in that clip, he just keeps talking like,
at least you can talk! Who are you?
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
I didn't get what he was saying. Neither is anybody else. So the film promised to change his voice, which that was great. But then when I keep seeing like TV spots, trailers, and stuff, I could understand it really well.
We will destroy Gotham. Bane. Let the games begin.
So, and then when I went to see the movie, the only parts I could understand him was the prologue, the scene where Bane was on the airplane. I could understand him really well, but you know, but this was so weird. I mean, in the original IMAX prologue, he was like, but you know, in this one, he goes like, what? He goes like, you know, He was like, I'm Bane! I am Gotham's reckoning! You know, I was like, okay, he really sounds like he's just yelling and everything. But, you know, but that was the only parts I can understand him. The rest of the movie, I really don't get what he's saying. I mean, you know, all the time he's been always like, again, he's like, you know, I just can't wait until Batman confronts Bane, and he's like, but you know, I just can't. But you know, that would be funny. So I guess that's it about Tom Hardy Bane, but he's really good. I mean, is he good enough to get a supporting act role? Well, I guess he's good for a nomination, but I don't think he's really that good to win. I mean, he's not as like awesome masterpiece of acting like Heath Ledger, but he's good. But also another thing about him is that he sounds like he's having fun with everything. I mean, you know, like when he went to the football stadium and twist this guy's neck, he's just like, I am going to twist your neck. It's so awesome. And, you know, he just comes out and goes like, you know, oh, that kid, he has a beautiful voice. Let the games begin. You know, he just sounds like he's having fun with everything. I mean, you know, it's not annoying or anything. It's just, you know, not too villainy kind of thing. But hey, Tom Hardy, Bane, he's awesome. And then there's Catwoman. And you know, when I first heard that Anne Hathaway was going to be Catwoman, I was like, no. Because, you know, I really hate Anne Hathaway. She's the worst actor I've ever seen. I mean, you know, like, I've seen, like, I don't know, Ella Enchanted, Princess Diaries. She was even in Brokeback Mountain, which she was really annoying. Even, like, that, Rachel Getting Married. Everybody loved her in that show. But I actually really hated her, so she was horrible. But, you know, her only good roles I thought was anime roles like Hoodwinked and Rio. Those were pretty good. And I really liked her in that Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. But then when I saw this movie, this is actually my new favorite Anne Hathaway performance role. Because she was really good as Catwoman. Not just only that she's like great as Catwoman, but I like the way how her costume and her design. I mean, you know, like she has these goggles, but then she lifts them up, and then like they got these pointy things to look like cat ears. It looks really cool. And I really like it how she can act like a regular lady, a damsel in distress, and sometimes acting like a spy. It's really cool how she does that. So she's not that bad. She's really great. But yeah, and then there's other characters, other casts in the movie, like Jim Leverett-Gordon as John Blake. He's really good. I really liked him. I heard at the end, when I saw the ending of The Dark Knight Rises, he's gonna become the new Robin. You know, I thought they were gonna make a spin-off or another sequel about that. Well, you know, it wasn't. Well, you know, it's an epic conclusion, and I don't think there's gonna be another one. But if there was, maybe I would see it. But you know, I'm not really interested in this Robin character. I mean, you know, he looks gay. You know, that's kind of my opinion. But the best Robin I can think of was the one in Arkham City, because he looks like a ninja assassin. He's so cool. But you know, I really don't care if there's gonna be a spin-off of Robin or something about that in this movie. But you know, but hey, Jim Leverett-Gordon is still awesome. And then there's also Marion Cotillard as Miranda Tate. She's alright. I mean, you know, she's good. I mean, I liked it how she portrayals as Talia al Ghul at that twist scene. It was really good. But sometimes when she's acting like the regular Miranda Tate, sometimes, well, she could be, well, another nitpick. She could be just a little annoying. Yeah. But, you know, she's not bad. She's not bad at all. I mean, I really liked her when she's Talia al Ghul. No, not that Talia al Ghul, but I wish she was hot as her. But, you know, she's really great, so good. So, I don't really mind it. I don't really mind her at all. So, yeah, that's all the cast I could talk about. You know, my favorite climax of the whole movie was, yeah, mostly the ending. Like, just like the Avengers, like, I really like the ending. Like, you know, it's got the big climax where, like, there's this one side of the street, like, there's cops, and then the other side, there's, like, Bane thugs, and they run, and then, they run and charge, and then they're fighting. It was so cool, and I really love it when Batman comes back and he, confronts Bane. That was really cool. I mean, you know, he starts beating the living crap out of him. I mean, you know, he damages his mask. I mean, wow. And then, another of my favorite climax was when, Batman was using the bat. That's the bat plane. And he uses it to, follow the truck where Miranda Tate is, and with a tumbler, and he, blows it up. That was really cool. But yeah, and also, it had a powerful ending, which I really liked, you know. So, yeah, those are a lot of stuff I really liked about the movie. What is it that I really don't like? Well, there are tiny nitpicks, but, you know, I didn't really find anything wrong. I mean, originally, before I knew, like, I didn't like the idea how Batman dies in the movie, like, when he nukes out the bomb and it didn't look like he could survive. That was my only problem with the movie when I first saw it. But then when I started talking to my friends about it, they're just like, oh no, Batman survived. Didn't you hear from Lucius Fox where they say the autopilot was fixed by Bruce Wayne? So then I was like, fine. But then when I went and saw it again, I was like, oh, so he does survive. And the scene where Alfred was looking was at Paris, and he looks at Bruce Wayne and he gives him a head nod, and Bruce Wayne's dating Selena Kyle. I thought that was his head, but I looked that up online, and no, it wasn't his head. It was actually real. So, yeah, so he's alive. That's really great. So originally I didn't like the ending, but hey. So yeah, I originally didn't like the ending, but then now it just became my favorite movies of all time. So, is that it? Is that it? Maybe? I guess so. I guess that's it. I mean, you know, the movie was really great. I loved it, and, you know, I thought it was a really great, superhero movie. It's really a masterpiece of a superhero movie. I mean, you know, I mean, it's a fitting conclusion to the most greatest superhero trilogies, I think. You know, I was always expecting, like, you know, some other superhero trilogy that is better than the Spider-Man one. So, and that is Batman. You know, Batman Begins was good. The Dark Knight was absolutely brilliant, and that was like best film of the year. And Dark Knight Rises just became my favorite films of all time. So, what will I give this movie a rating? I will give it probably an A++, and replacing my favorite Batman films. Batman, the one by Tim Burton. I mean, you know, I still love the movie. I mean, you know, like Jack Nicholson, he's great. Michael Keaton is really awesome when he's Batman, and the art direction and the score. But you know, Dark Knight Rises just got so much more to it, you know. So, yeah, that's kind of basically my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and like and subscribe, see my other videos, and and I got some bad news, maybe. I mean, you know, for my Movie Maniac, I think I'm gonna cancel out news, because as soon as I post out my Avengers review, which that was made 2 months ago, and I made a news about Dark Knight Rises MTV Awards, but you know, people are just gonna be like, oh, that just already happened. That was so 2 months ago. So I'm gonna have to cancel news because I'm not really good at posting YouTube videos. I mean, here's the thing, like, it's really slow. I mean, I really hate YouTube right now, especially when you upload videos. I mean, they always say that it takes like 200 something minutes for the video to load. I really hate it when it does that. I don't get why they do that. It's really stupid. But, you know, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and check out my other videos. See ya. This awesome poster. Look at this. This right here. Guess where I got this? Yeah, that's right. When I came out of that theater, I saw this table with free posters of the Dark Knight Rises IMAX poster. I mean, just look at it. It's really cool. Like, it's Bane's face, but also it's really cool. Like, with this eyebrows expressions. I see this, you know. Can't you even tell that looks like bat ears to you? It looks like bat ears to me. It looks like there's a Batman symbol on his eye shadows. And, you know, I really like it how it says IMAX 1201. Because, you know, right under the bottom, it says the date, you know. It says an IMAX. But then, the reason why it says that, because that was the time when it started as the midnight showing. And it was really cool, you know. And, you know, just like that, it was really cool. I gotta say, that was like the best thing I ever had. You know, if I had it signed by, like, I don't know, the director, Christopher Nolan, or any other actors from the movie, I would so wet my pants.